Sir, today my name is Mark and I'm here today to make an application for bail for my client, Mira, who was convicted, or rather who was arrested for theft, for the theft of 6 packs of Gillette razor, which is valued at 48 pounds. Now, it is said that my client had 32 past convictions prior to this actual one, and the direction of the prosecution is to hold my client in remand in custody. So my client has been through a series of emotional turmoil and history of distress. Although she was brought up in all care all her life, she did not have her family around with her, and which is somehow a vital point. Now my client may have many previous convictions, which is of my client may have many previous convictions, but they were all of minor nature. It is indeed true that the previous and current convictions are mostly theft related, but in any case, she intends to deny the charges that is brought against her. So thus, if you were to remand her in custody, it would be a long time or even months before this matter actually goes to trial, and she would have been or rather she would be locked up between now till the trial date. By doing so, my client's liberty will be at stake. Now, it may also make my client be inclined to slip into a minor depression since she's been through a long series of distress.
So, defense counsel, you say that your clients have some kind of depression illness, right?
It may amount up to that. To depression, because she's been brought up, rather she past few, because of alcohol and drug abuse, which she has no evidence of. So it might just stir some.
Do you think you can provide the court with some medical evidence?
Nothing is given to me.
Okay.
So can I continue?
Yeah, sure.
Now, as you know, sir, you could impose an alternative measure. Say, for example, rather than custody, for example, residence or curfew, and my client would be agreeable to be bound by such conditions. Now, alternatively, the probation service had mentioned that they can find her a bail hostel place, which is located at West Bromwich, pending the conclusion of the case. Now, the advantage would be that if imposed a strict regime over my client, the advantage would be that it imposes a strict regime over my client. If you thought that was a more appropriate measure rather than to be held in custody. So in addition, those safeguards should be enough to keep her out of trouble and ensure a safe return to court. Now, should you want a surety, my client would not be able to provide one as she do not have any family members around or true friends. One suggestion would be an electronic monitoring tagging system to ensure her movements to be tracked and also ensure a return to court for the next hearing date. And it's also to prevent absconding. So you might want to also take into consideration the seriousness of the case, or rather the seriousness of the crime. That's also if you have any other questions.
Yes, counsel. So at the moment, what's the job of your clients before he caught?
Well, she does not have a fixed job, neither does she have a fixed income. She's just job hopping rather.
So if that's the case, which means that your client won't be able to offer any surety to the court then?
Yes, sir.
Can you also explain to me why your clients have failed to attend the court at the Cranford Magistrate Court for another offense that he has been charged?
Also, I have not spoken to my client about why she has not been attending the hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so I will not be able to give you an answer.
Okay, no problem. Okay, thank you, counsel.